Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing things that I wish I knew before college, or just some tips that I've learned along the way that could possibly help another student who's transitioning from high school to college. I'm just going to jump right into it. The first thing that I think is very important when starting college is to look up different kinds of scholarships. So for example, there's a scholarship, I'm not sure if it's a thing at every school, but at my school, Southern Illinois University, it is a thing. It's called the Chancellor Scholar. So if you have a certain GPA or a certain ACT score, you apply, you automatically can get this Chancellor Scholar. So what a Chancellor Scholar is someone who gets their tuition fully paid for while you're in school. You just have to do different things like community service, those kinds of things while you're in school, but you get your college paid for. A lot of schools offer this. So definitely look into it for your university. Reach out to the admissions department, reach out to people who can point you into the right direction. I know you have to go through like an interview, different things like that, but if you have those requirements that they're looking for, you could possibly get your school paid for. So definitely look that up. The second thing is the general scholarship application. I think almost every school has one of these. You fill it out and you're automatically being put into pools for different scholarships. There was a scholarship that I won last year within my department that I had no idea about until I got it. So just filling that out puts you in a pool of different opportunities for scholarships. I know a lot of people think scholarships are a waste of time, but honestly, I am a living testament to doing scholarships over and over and over again and being successful. So definitely applying for the general scholarship application, which doesn't even make you do anything crazy. You just fill out a general application and it puts you in the pool for a lot of scholarships. The third thing is the FAFSA. So the FAFSA is the government aid that the government gives you in order to go to college. So it's your financial aid that you have to help you pay for school. Apply for that as early as possible. It opens on October 1st. So on October 1st, you should probably apply for it. Once the money's gone, the money is gone. So try to apply for it as soon as possible for every single year that you're going to school. And even seniors, I recommend you always apply for it your senior year as well, because you never know what's gonna happen. You may wanna go to grad school, you may wanna go to this or that, and some people are like, oh, well, I know I'm not gonna go to grad school. Me, I'm gonna graduate in 21, but I'm still gonna fill it out the semester before, because if I don't use it, I just don't have to accept it. But if you don't apply for it and the money's gone, then you're screwed. So definitely applying for FAFSA as early as possible. It's a very simple process, and if you don't know how to do it, you can reach out to a local financial advisor or a guidance counselor or those kinds of people. The fourth thing is finding a job on campus for students. If you find an on-campus job, they're more likely to work around your schedule than if you had an off-campus job. So I know for my school in particular that we're only allowed to work 20 hours a week, which is pretty good considering you're a full-time student going to classes, studying, and different things like that. So find an on-campus student job that will work around your schedule, give you the amount of hours that you think fits, and it's very close, especially if you're living on campus. You don't have to worry about travel and money for gas. You can literally walk to your job every single day. And there's jobs ranging from various things as far as working in food, working like at a Starbucks, or working like at an on-campus desk job, different things like that. But there are some really cool jobs on campus that you might find really interesting. The fifth thing was something that I learned very early on is you're going to lose a lot of friendships that you had from high school, but you're also going to gain some really amazing lifelong relationships here on campus. So when you're transitioning from high school to college, there's a lot of students that don't go to college or don't go to the military or just join the workforce, which is completely fine. But you're gonna have those people who aren't as happy for you as you think they should be. So a lot of your friends are gonna support you. You know, you're gonna keep those few friends from high school that you're gonna just be with for the rest of your life. And you're also gonna have those friends that develop some kind of jealousy, or not necessarily because of you, but just because you're moving on to this next stage of your life and they're not, for whatever reason they are not. So just know that this is natural, this is gonna happen, and not to beat yourself up about it, because I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and when things are taken out of your life, let them, because new and better things are to come. If those people are meant to be in your life, they will come back. So just believe that and understand that in order to better yourself, you have to get rid of some loose ties, but that's completely fine. Number 6, your study habits will change. I was the type of person in high school that kind of breezed through it. I naturally was a smart kid. I was able to pick up on things very quickly and I didn't have to study. When I got to college, all of that flew out the window. You're gonna realize that you don't know how to study, and that is completely fine. I found myself in the library from 6:00 p.m. to midnight every single night my freshman year, and not even really because I was studying, but because it was a good atmosphere to get homework done and to stay focused. I'm the type of student that cannot do my homework or work in a environment of my room. So I cannot do homework in my dorm room because my mind can't decipher the difference between what I'm supposed to be doing in here. So going to the library, developing those studying habits of just being in the library, being around people who are in the same classes as me, developing study groups, getting phone numbers of someone who has a textbook. If you can't afford it, you guys can share. There's so many things that you're gonna learn while you're in college. And study habits is one thing that will probably change for the most of you. It definitely changed for me, but I found my little niche of what works for me, and I continue to do that throughout my years in college. Number 7, you will not need as much school supplies as you have in high school. So in high school, you buy highlighters, pencils, binders, paper, backpacks, markers, whatever you need for school. In college, you'll probably need like maybe one 5-star notebook or a folder with some paper in it. And that's about it. You don't really need much in college, and maybe a laptop. That's kind of important because a lot of people take e-notes. So a lot of people who don't like to do handwritten notes do electronic notes, and teachers are completely fine with that. College is so different from high school. Your teacher does not care if you're sleeping, if you're eating, if you're taking notes on your phone, on your computer. They don't care. So definitely a laptop, some kind of notebook, and pens are very essential in college. Pencils are rarely used. I still use them because sometimes I mess up. I like to erase it. I don't like to scratch it out. But pens are something that's used a lot. Maybe a 5-star notebook, a folder with paper, things like that. You will not need near as much school supplies as you have in college, as you have in high school. But it is a good idea to get extras, so that way if you do run out, you have that extra there. They do sell that kind of stuff in the bookstore at your university, but it's kind of expensive there. And then, there's always Walmart and things like that. But if your family is helping you pay for this stuff, getting a couple extra things will not hurt you, but you will notice that most of the things in college are electronic. So paper is gonna be one of the things you don't need a big ton of. Number 8, go to class. When you come to college, there is nobody here waking you up every morning telling you, oh, it's time for class, whatever. You pick your own schedule. You may have a 5-hour gap in the day where you have no classes. You may have a class from 8 to 8:50 and not another class from till 4 or 5 p.m. The schedules in college are crazy. I've had times where I've had a class every single day of the week. I've had a time where I've only had class 2 days out of the week. So you pick your schedule based on your habits. And I would highly recommend speaking to your academic advisor first and letting them know what kind of student you are. Are you a morning person? Are you a night owl? Do you want your Fridays off? Things like that you can request. I didn't want to go to class on Fridays or Thursdays. I wanted at least one day out of the week where I could just sleep and catch up on sleep, because college is stressful. There's a lot of homework assignments and tests and involvement things. There's a lot going on. So I wanted a day where I wasn't in school. So that worked out last semester. I only had class Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and that was fantastic. So definitely communicating that with your advisor. It's going to be harder your freshman year because you have your general education courses like math and English and things like that. But as you're getting into those years where you're a junior and you're a senior, it's easier to work around your schedule. So definitely communicating with your advisor, or just knowing how to do it yourself. I do my schedule myself, is gonna help a whole lot with how you go to class. Going to class like, oh, I don't want to go to class today, I'm just gonna skip. Okay, every once in a while, that's whatever. But think about it this way: if you pay for college, think about how much money you're losing per class you don't attend. I get it, you wanna, sometimes you don't feel good, sometimes stuff's going on, and I get that. I've missed class a couple times due to those reasons, but I would never just miss a class purposefully. You know what I mean? So just take that into consideration if you're deciding, oh, I don't want to go to this class this week. That's cool, but what are you missing? If you're gonna miss class, have someone in that class who can voice memo the lecture or give you the notes after it's happened. Have someone in that class that you can text and just be like, hey, I'm not having a good day today. I can't make it to class, but can you help me? Someone is gonna be there to do that for you. Number 9, get involved. There's so many amazing things that come with college. You know, you can get involved so many different ways. You can get involved in a sport or an intramural sport, so a sport that's not the sport affiliated with the college, but you can join like a club sport, or you can join academic clubs to help you with your major. You can join fun artistic clubs, you know, you can join Greek life. There's so many things to join on campus that you may only have the opportunity to join when you're in undergrad in college. So definitely take advantage of those things. Getting involved has a lot of things that can help you. You know, getting involved in organizations can help you with scholarship opportunities. Some scholarships are only open to people of certain organizations. There are networking things that come along with that. You may have an alumni who graduated from your school who is in your same department or who is in your same groups that you're involved in, and you could possibly get opportunities that way. I just had an internship with a man who was an SIU alumni who was also in the same organizations as me that I'm currently in. So like things like that just don't happen every day. So by me joining those, it broadened my chances of getting this internship. So definitely getting involved is very, very important, and there's so many perks that come along with it. Scholarship opportunities, like I said, you know, joining certain things, it can help you with your classes, it can help you network with people. You know, the main thing in college is to network other than graduating. Networking is so important, and I tell people all the time, like, it's not what you know, it's who you know. You know, going into the workforce, I may know someone who I did an internship with who was hiring, and because I knew what kind of worker I was, I get the job, versus someone who may be more qualified than me, but because I know this person, I would get the job. So just things like that, networking with these people, getting comfortable and familiar with the people who are high up on campus, like the dean of students, the chancellor. Those kind of people love interacting with students. So definitely making yourself known, letting them know who you are, and when you ever need anything on campus, you know you have a pool of people you can reach out to help you. And I'm a living person who can tell you that that is so true. You know, utilizing those resources, like if you need something, reaching out, and you know those people are willing to help no matter what. And the last thing is to just enjoy the little things. You're only in college for a select amount of time, and I've had some of my best years here on campus. You know, you're gonna go through a lot on college. You're gonna go through a lot, but some of the best things I've ever experienced has been on campus. You know, enjoying the little nights where my friends come over to my dorm room and we watch a movie in our pajamas, eating Chinese food at midnight. So those are some of the best memories that I will take away with me. You know, getting a roommate, you know, finding new friends, those relationships are things that you'll never lose. If the people leave, you'll never lose those memories. So definitely not holding on to grudges and things like that. You know, you're older now, you're grown, you know, letting those relationships go if they're best for you is fine, but just knowing inside that you still have those memories. You know, going around walks around the lake, or going to the rec center with friends, or going to a late night movie or a late night casino night at the student center with a group of friends. Those things are just so much fun that, you know, a lot of people would never experience if they weren't in college. So if you're in college, you have a one-up on a lot of people. So just taking advantage of you being there. Someone's paying for your education. So definitely take full advantage of it as possible, as far as your resources, friendships, relationships, networking. Take advantage of it all, because you're only gonna have it one time. I am a 3-year student, so I have one less year to enjoy these things than a lot of students, but I can say by the time I graduate, I'm gonna be happy with my college experience because I got involved, I made relationships, and I've had an amazing time since I've been here. So that's all I have for tips as of right now. I'm currently a junior in school, and those are just things that I've experienced or things I've noticed since I've been here. If you guys have any questions or want to know anything more about any of the things I talked about in this video, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!